Hey everyone! Today we're diving into the world of productivity myths. These sneaky beliefs might be holding you back from reaching your full potential, especially when it comes to managing your time and finances. Just like compound interest can grow your wealth, small productivity improvements can create massive results in your life and career. But following bad advice is like making poor investment choices, it can seriously hinder your progress over time. Think of your time and energy as your most valuable assets. We'll debunk some common productivity myths that are like those too good to be true get-rich-quick schemes, appealing, but often misleading. If you're ready to invest in yourself and boost your productivity dividend, let's bust some myths and get you on the path to a more productive, balanced you. This is the Finance Virtuoso channel, where we talk about all things finance. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any future money tips and tricks. Myth number 1, should have been more productive today. Oh, this one's a classic. How many times have you beaten yourself up at the end of the day, thinking you didn't do enough? That negative self-talk doesn't magically make you more productive. It just makes you feel awful. Instead of dwelling on what you didn't do, try this. Choose to be satisfied with what you did accomplish. Remember, tomorrow's a new day to begin again. This shift in mindset can work wonders for your mental health and overall productivity. Myth number 2, consistency is always more important than intensity. Now, don't get me wrong, consistency is crucial. But we've kind of thrown intensity under the bus lately. The truth is, both have their place. Sometimes, you need those bursts of intense focus to get things done. Maybe you're launching a YouTube channel and want to dedicate a full day to getting your first video out, and that's okay. It's not sustainable long-term, but it can be exactly what you need to kickstart a project. The key is finding the right balance for you. Mix periods of intensity with consistent, steady progress, and you'll be amazed at what you can achieve. Myth number 3, I need to feel motivated to take action. This is a big one, folks. We often wait for motivation to strike before we start working. But here's the secret, action leads to motivation, not the other way around. You don't need to feel motivated to start. Just take that first small step, even if you're not feeling it. As you build momentum and rack up small wins, you'll find your motivation growing. It's like a snowball effect. Myth number 4, hustle culture is always toxic. Okay, this might be a bit controversial, but hear me out. Yes, toxic hustle culture that glorifies burnout is harmful. But we've swung so far in the other direction that we're almost demonizing hard work. The truth is, if you have big dreams, starting a business, making it in a competitive field, you're going to have to put in some serious effort. It's not about working yourself to the bone 24/7, but rather understanding that achieving extraordinary goals often requires extraordinary effort. The key is to hustle smart, not just hard. Set boundaries, take care of yourself, but don't be afraid to put in the work when it counts. Myth number 5, productivity and self-care are opposites. We often think of productivity and self-care as two separate camps. Team productivity says, work harder, while team self-care says, take a bubble bath. But here's the thing, they're actually two sides of the same coin. Sometimes, the most caring thing you can do for yourself is to be productive. Finishing that big project might reduce your stress more than any amount of pampering. On the flip side, taking a break when you need it can boost your productivity in the long run. It's all about finding the right balance. Productivity can be self-care, and self-care can make you more productive. They're not enemies, they're partners in helping you live your best life. Myth number 6, all goals should be SMART goals. SMART goals, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound, have been the gold standard for a while. And they're useful. But they're not the be-all and end-all of goal setting. Consider adding proximal to that list. Goals that feel closer and more immediate often motivate us better than far-off objectives. Instead of, I want to build $1 million business, try, I want to make my first $100 this month. Also, don't forget about intrinsic goals, those driven by internal motivations rather than external markers of success. I want to improve my skills, or I want to make meaningful connections, can be just as powerful as more concrete, measurable goals. Myth number 7, if I were just more disciplined, I could do everything on my to-do list. Oh, this one hits home for so many of us. We look at our never-ending to-do lists and think, if only I had more time/discipline/energy, I could do it all. But here's the hard truth, you can't do everything. And that's okay. We live in a world of infinite possibilities and finite time. The key is to embrace this limitation and use it to your advantage. Focus on what truly matters. Pick your top 3 priorities for the day and give them your all. As for the rest, let it go. You might be surprised at how liberating this can feel. Myth number 8, I don't have time. This is probably the most common productivity myth out there. We've all said it, I don't have time to exercise/read/start that side project. But let's be real, it's rarely about not having time. It's about priorities. Try reframing it, it's not a priority for me right now. This subtle shift puts you back in control. You're making a choice, not being victimized by the clock. And when you feel in control, you're more likely to make positive changes. Remember, if something's truly important to you, you'll find the time. It might mean sacrificing something else, but that's the nature of prioritizing. Myth number 9, productivity is all about doing more. This is a big misconception. Being productive doesn't mean stuffing your day with more tasks. It's about doing more of the right things. Let's think of it as an equation. Productivity equals meaningful output divided by time multiplied by fun. Yes, you read that right, fun is part of the equation. When you enjoy what you're doing, you're likely to be more efficient and effective. Focus on producing meaningful results, not just ticking off tasks. And try to find ways to make your work enjoyable. It's amazing how much more productive you can be when you're having a good time. Myth number 10, you need large blocks of uninterrupted time to be productive. While it's great to have long stretches of focused time, it's not always realistic. Life is full of interruptions and unexpected tasks. The good news? You can be productive in small pockets of time too. Try the 7 in 7 technique. If you have 7 minutes free, write 7 sentences. Or use the Pomodoro technique to break your work into 25-minute focused sessions. You'd be amazed at what you can accomplish in these short bursts. The key is to be intentional with your time, no matter how much or little you have. Those small efforts add up. So there you have it, 10 productivity myths debunked. Remember, productivity isn't about following a strict set of rules. It's about finding what works for you and creating a system that helps you achieve your goals while maintaining balance in your life. What do you think? Did any of these myths surprise you? Are there any other productivity myths you've encountered? Drop a comment below and let's keep the conversation going. And hey, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next video.